Okay. All right. Um, I'm on time. I'm on time. It's happening. It's happening. I'm on time. I'm pretty excited to be on time. Okay. I just before I get distracted, right? Let me let me okay. Let me show you where I left off yesterday with the code. So, okay, I did wind up doing this future thing to like debounce, but honestly, it still kind of sucks, you know? It's not the best. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, I don't know. Look, I mean, I don't know. I'm not like super. I'm not sold on it. You know, like I just the way this works is basically what happens is every time the input changes, I do two things. I update the state to typing true, right? And then the other thing I do is I start this future, and then every keystroke or every time the input changes, there is a future that runs. Um, I don't cancel it, right? I was like, oh, should I cancel the future? Blah blah blah. No, what happens is I just like run the future, right? And then I just check in the future if the state is typing or not, right? And then so after this timeout, which only happens on the front end because I'm using JavaScript set timeout essentially with glue timers. Let me turn up the gain a little bit. There we go. That's probably a little better. All right. Um, so yeah, after the typing is done, um, then I like start the loading process, which I really have to like wrap this in something so it's not horrible. And then I check if the name is available, right? And then if it's available, I don't actually. Yeah, I should probably. Yeah, I basically just set is available here in the struct. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so let's see how it works. One thing that I did find was that it when I type really fast, it doesn't work, right? So I tried to use the value. I tried to not use the state value, right? Because this setting this state kind of ruined it a little bit. So that kind of stinks. But yeah, so like if I do this, right, that's not available, right? Um, so if I do like this, that's available, right? Okay, so it works okay if I type pretty fast, but like that I know that's available, right? Because like I could see it here. See, like it it does work kind of, and I do like it better than the other thing. I mean, I'm just gonna assume that no one's typing that fast, right? I think that's I think that's fine. I mean it does see that's not available, right? So I like have this like weird race condition that I've made with the futures, and it kind of stinks. So I wasn't sure like what to do about it. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do. I could probably increase this or decrease it, but I don't know if that's gonna make a difference. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I did see something that it caught my eye. You know, it. I was like, okay, okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't change the freaking stuff. What I say, posting plus upvotes, UI probably. I'll just say post, uh, post scrolling UI. There we go, because that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, all right. So, yeah, okay. So this is the thing, right? This is the thing. This thing caught my eye. It was actually on Twitter. which is like I get half my stuff from Twitter now and half from Hacker News. CommonJS is hurting JavaScript. Oh, maybe I should like go through the news. I don't know, because I haven't even looked at this today. Because I went to go get coffee because I was out of coffee. When I go to this coffee place, if you get a bag of coffee, like a bag of beans, they give you free. Oh, should I turn on this other one? I don't know what's better to do this. There we go. Now I'm like actually bright. They give you a free Americano, which is cool. There's no milk, right? There's no milk, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, man, they really put a lot of caffeine in this thing. My goodness, I'm not. I usually don't have this much caffeine. Oh, this is cool. What the heck? Mid-journey icon. I'm into this. It's a bird. Is that a bird? What is? Halloy? No. I want Halloy. Bird, maybe? Is it a bird? Okay, no, that's not a thing. But yeah, this is sweet. This is cool. I like this. So clean. Oh, you can like do the windows, little panes, little IRC panes. That's cool. Made with iced. Yeah. Iced is sick. I mean, yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that logo too. That's pretty sick. Oh no. Official examples. Okay, let's look at a component. Let's look at the cargo toml. Okay, so it's just iced. And then let's see. Okay, component run settings default. This is a component. Setting match view container padding height. Whoa, it's not even like a macro. It's just builder, right? Oh yeah, it is. I did not realize this about iced. It's a cool name though. Button text. Dang, that's insanity. They don't even have a macro. They're just out here using builders. That's insane. On press. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, it's just like it's like a closure. And they just have this. Oh, there is a macro. Oh, there is okay. So they do have something. But you kind of just like put the builder stuff in the. Why have a macro for this? So row and then okay to like make okay, and then they give it a padding. That's kind of like flex, right? Interesting. Update. Oh, I see. This is like Elm. I don't think I read that. So this oh, you're actually in oh, you're in a mod. And then you're in oh, you impl a message for the component, and that's how the state gets updated, right? Update state event. Oh, and then here's a list of all the event handlers. Yeah, that's sick. I should probably do something like this instead of whatever I'm doing, right? Yeah, but I do like this though because I think this renders to the web, right? But it like doesn't. It's like only canvas, right? Yeah, I think it's only canvas, cross-platform. Yeah, and the web. It says right there, iced web. Yeah. Okay, so it's definitely gonna be a single page application situation, but that's not. You know what? Honestly, I'm kind of like leaning that way now. Like I was so against it, but I don't know. It's a lot. Actually, you know what? I still like okay, so that yeah. Oh no, that one's available. See? Yeah. And then you go back and it's available. So yeah, if you type fast, you're kind of out of luck, right? It's not great. Yeah, and this one with the less timeout, wow, it sends a lot more. It sends a lot more. You know what I should just include the debounce with the loading. Um like I should just set loading right here instead, right? Oh, I also cleaned this up. Like this is I have to go over this real quick because this is like a lot better. If you're using dioxus, like what did I say? Dioxus? Dioxus? Like this is a lot better. Um there's like this sign up state that I did and it like makes I just basically like use it like props, right? But I just have like a strongly typed thing for this state for this component. That's it. That's the whole that's the whole thing. But no, it makes it way better because you could just use with mute and like change the state like all at once. And I think it's easier on it than using multiple use states per component because like think about all the components and then like inside of that all the use states and then dioxis somehow has to like batch that like that's crazy. So it's better to just to like probably do this and it makes it easier because you don't have to do like set and all this stuff and it makes it easier because you don't have to you don't have to when you do the render, you don't have to do this, right? You could just like you could just destructure from your state and then you don't have to like worry about like gets, right? Like dot get everywhere. So I think that especially if it's like bool or like a string slice. But yeah, because of copy. But yeah, I think it's way cleaner. Like this is way cleaner than whatever I was doing before, right? This is so much better. Um, yeah. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna set the loading on the debounce, and maybe that'll help. I think so. If I set loading true here, um, right as this happens, then maybe it'll make more sense. And if I set the debounce to 1 second, which is a lot, I don't know if it makes it worse or better. Let's see. Maybe there's like a maybe there is a maybe there's a number that like feels right, you know? Maybe it's not the debouncing itself, right? Because I did try it and when I logged, it has the right value, right? I think it's just like this. I'm running this future on input and then like checking a state. So like if the state or the future is like in a weird spot, like if there's a future already running, right? Um, yeah, that's definitely like I should really cancel the future, but I'm not doing that. Okay, so that yeah, that was a lot nicer. I felt like that makes more sense. Of course, that one was available, right? And that one is available too. Okay, all right. I guess what I could do. Oh, that one's not available. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's not the best. And then I was thinking like, shoot, maybe I should just like go back to the taken thing, right? I mean, that makes it way simpler, and then I don't have to have this like future stuff and like because this isn't really even working, you know. The taken had its own problems, but um, at least it was like okay. Yeah, I don't know, but I do want to talk about what I saw today on Twitter. Besides milk, I don't want to talk about milk. I did see this though. That was a cool keyboard. I did see this. I would love a split keyboard. I'll get one eventually. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna make much of a difference for me though. Oh, I just said I don't want to see milk, and there it is. Um, it was here, right? This. So this is cool. So if you're scrolling, right, and then the things stack. I mean, I've seen this before, like a bunch of places, but it didn't occur to me to like use this for anything. But now I'm thinking like, okay, so if I have a Reddit clone, like if I'm in control of Reddit, right? I don't want people to be on here for like, what is this? Oh. Wait, what? What the heck is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, has several versions? Okay. I don't see the difference, I guess. Scroll timeline? Okay. Oh, okay. About this demo. In this demo, the cards stack on it. When a card is stuck, it scales down to the following cards on a stack on top of it. Whoa. That's some gnarly CSS. And it looks like you have to explicitly say the number of cards, which, yeah, I don't know if that's going to work for me. Um, yeah, but I do. Um, yeah, but it looks okay. As this demo should animate over 25 using the num cards index by animating and not the card, the height of the and thus the available scroll state is not affected. Okay. Okay. So then if I do this one, right? Let's see. This can probably be past the number of cards because it needs to add without this extra padding. The last card won't move with the group but slide over it. I can probably do this with Tailwind though, by like setting the cards. Yeah, so this is just like dynamically doing the CSS. Okay, so I can probably just do this with Tailwind, but with like a dynamic thing, I guess. I don't know. Like, but maybe I could just set it to 30 or something. But yeah, it'd be cool to like stack the cards, right? Because like, yeah, if I was in control of Reddit, if I had made Reddit or like any social media, it's like I want you to get off there, right? So like maybe you seeing this like weird card stacking, it's kind of like a subtle indicator of like, wow, I've gone too far. Like I've seen too many posts. Cause like, okay, if you look at TikTok, right? It never ends. Like you just keep scrolling and you don't realize how many things you've scrolled. So I think this kind of like just like it's gonna stack. Eventually this stack will take up your whole screen, right? And then like you'll be like, oh, I've done a lot. And then also it helps you because now you're like, oh, I'm coming back to like through the stack if I want to like see something. You're like, oh, it was like 10 things ago or whatever. So yeah, I think it like spatial awareness of like, or yeah, I guess it is spatial, like of like how many posts you've seen will kick you off. Like it'll like help ground you in like I should get out of here because I've seen too much. It's much nicer than like what I was thinking before, which was like don't do but you want users to stay on your site. I mean, not really. Like I want them to stay on my site a reasonable amount of time. Like I don't want it to take up people's whole lives, you know? That's what I hate about Silicon Valley is like all these fangs like they just want to take over the world, right? I don't want to take over the world. I just want to be like that helpful. Like I just want to be like a coffee shop, right? You go to the coffee place, you go to the cafe or whatever you call it, and yeah, lobsters exactly. Like you just go to this, you look at it, and you're like done for like a few hours or like the day or the week or whatever, right? And then that's it. Like it doesn't take over your whole life. It's nice. But yeah, I do like this. Like I like this. I like this a lot. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to do this. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do this because right now I have like infinite scroll and it's not great. But yeah, I think. Oh, you know what I could do too is I guess I could send this twice, right? I guess I could like send this twice. Amusing ourselves to death. Exactly. Exactly. Like this isn't Brave New World. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be a Brave New World. I want it to be like a regular world that gives you some information. Hopefully that's useful. But then you're done, right? So yeah, that's what I really want to do. Yeah, this is cool. And like if this is 25%, of the, what did it say? It's 25% of what? Oh, I have to look at the other one. It's 25% of the range. Each card should animate over 25% of the range. Okay. I, oh, because it's 4, right? Okay. All right. So yeah, in my case, it'll animate over 3% of the range. If I have 30, right? Is that how I'm 4 into 30 into 103? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is cool. And it's like kind of satisfying too. Hopefully this doesn't like backfire actually, like where you try to get like a huge stack um, of stuff. And because like it kind of, it's like when all your tabs pile up, right, on the top, you know you have a lot of tabs. And I think that's important to know like exactly how many tabs you have. And you're like ashamed kind of, but you're also like, oh, like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have this many tabs. Or it's like a signal to like I should close some tabs, or I don't know. I don't know. It's something. At least it's something. Some cue to like tell you something. It's better to have more information than less, I guess. Yeah, cuz right now it's just like you just scroll, right? And then it just keeps scrolling, right? That's lame. I don't want that. Um okay, let me see. Yeah, I guess what I could do. Okay. Like if I type like a normal person though, this does work. But if I type really fast, it it doesn't work. But yeah, I guess you can see it working, right? Oh, is that really not available? No, see, it is available. Oh, shoot. All right. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out eventually. Make the site look very basic without dark patterns. Basic sites usually can show more text at a time. Um, yeah. Wait, would you consider this a dark pattern, like scroll snap though? Like, I mean, I don't know if I would consider that a dark pattern. Um, is it a dark pattern? I just like to see one thing at a time. Oh, I was saying, oh, in general. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. No, I mean, I definitely have to keep it basic because my CSS skills are basic. So I have to keep it basic. But yeah, I think this will be fine. I like seeing one thing at a time on the phone. I don't like seeing a bunch of stuff all at once. And then not only that, but it's like easier to do analytics like, and if the go I mean, I'm not against algorithmic um recommendation. Like I'm not against recommendations, right? Like you do a little machine learning, you know what I mean? Like you find a recommendation for people. Um I'm not like sold on this like linear time thing. Um Even Hacker News has Gravity and Lobsters too, and Reddit. So it's like there's something to like obviously that's like upvotes and like how fast the upvotes come in and like blah blah blah. But like there is something to at least that versus like linear it's not like the most interesting stuff, right? Like you want to see good stuff. So yeah, that's that's kind of my thing. I'm into it. Like, and so if you see one thing at a time, you can get more accurate like view counts and like, because no one, hardly anyone upvotes, hardly anyone likes, right? So everyone just like scrolls and they go, okay, good. So if you're scrolling, I want to capture that as like a discrete event, right? And that's where I think TikTok's UI is better. But this too is like if I combine this with scroll snap, like if you're scrolling and then this takes up this much of the screen and then this is coming in, right? But this one's not here yet. I guess what I could do to make it more fluid like this, right? Is like I guess what I could do is like once this like crushes, yeah, it's just so complicated though. That's why I want it to be like height 100%. And then when this one sticks, like this might count as a view, right? I'm not sure. Um yeah, let me look. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You could do this too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just like the top highlights. Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like this becomes like these points, like they become like the thing, right? Um, like they become the what is why did it just snap back like that? Like these upvotes become like this isn't linear, right? Like this was a day ago, this was 2 days ago, right? But you still get to see the best stuff. Is ORM still an anti-pattern? Yes. Yes, it is. Um, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I do like how smooth this is. I mean the scroll snap, like, yeah, I'm not like 100% sold on this. I did do it only because I was like, oh, I want to make it like TikTok. But yeah, I think did I just break this? Did I just break this scroll snap? Oh, whoa, what? Oh my god, oh, there it is. I was like, what? But yeah, I think, hey, I'm not actually sure about this. Maybe I'm like, cause like this, is this a view on this one? Like when this happens, right? Is this a view? Like you've already like kind of peaked, you know? Like, but that doesn't count as a view. You have to like actually scroll to the next one. I'm not even sure if I can combine this with scroll snap. Yeah. But I do like the stacking though. The stacking is much better. To learn SQL, I moved away from ORMs and went to sqlite. Give this person a medal, okay? That's what you need. You need sqlite. Look, we're going to talk about sqlite right now? You don't even know. You don't even know. Wait, what am I doing? Look at this beautiful sqlite right here. Look at this beautiful, big, beautiful SQL right in my Rust. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Right there, baby. I guess I could make this a little better, but it's all right. Look at this, too. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Select from accounts, baby. Yes, right there. That's what you need. This is what you need right there. SQL right in line. Look, you need SQL in line, you need HTML in line. Everything needs to be in the same file, okay? Just take it to the end, all right? Locality of behavior, all right? That's what you just need to take it to the very end. Locality of behavior. There it is. There it is. The behavior of a unit of code should be as obvious as possible by looking only at that unit of code. I mean, if you look at this, you go account by ID. What happens here? This SQL is going to run, right? This SQL right here, that's going to run. That's going to run right there. And then what's going to happen? It's going to return. It's going to return the struct, right? This struct, in fact. This struct here. Look at that. Incredible. Incredible. Dude, my whole life is locality of behavior. Or is that what it's called? Yeah. That's my whole thing, right? Like if I go to my sign up thing, look what happens, right? Look. Look. On click. What happens when I type in the input field? Right here. Right here. This is what happens. Boom. It's done. What happens when I click the button? Right? Oops. What happens when I click the button? Right here. I mean, it's not like exactly in line, but like it's pretty close. What is it, like a few lines away, right? And then not only that, it's like what happens here, right? This happens. This server function will run, right? Somewhere? Somewhere? What am I doing? Loading false. Right here, sign up. Look at that. Sign up gets called on click. And you can easily see what's happening, right? Validate name gets called, right? Then what happens? Oh, insert account gets called, right? It's the most straightforward code ever. It's all the code I ever write, right? Look, when I get to hand this off to the large language models, they're gonna be like, "Thank you, okay? Thank you for writing such straightforward code. I got it from here, okay?" Um, anyway, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna try this. We're gonna try this. But yeah, like I have to think through this some more. What is a view, right? Like on Twitter, what is a view? Like if you look at Twitter, if I look at Twitter, let's look at Twitter. Like, is this a view? Right? Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought there were cows for a second. Um, like what is a view? Right? Like, is this considered a view? But am I viewing this one here? Right? Like what's going on? Am I viewing this one or both? Right? Is this a view? Because it's not even all the way in, right? It's not even all the way shown. Um, like this might be a view, but like this might be a view. I think if it's totally in the viewport, that counts as a view. Like this is a view now, right? It's true though. It's true. Like this might be a view, but this is two views at once, right? Like here, wait. Yeah, so like this is two views at once because they're both in the viewport. I guess I could see that though. I guess I could see that. And I guess I could see their argument about like not doing unique counts. Cause like why does it matter? Right? Like if someone views it a million times, like one person, that's fine, right? There's still like eyeballs on it, you know? So yeah. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Yeah, the scroll snap, it's kind of annoying actually. Like if you don't scroll all the way, it's like stop giving me resistance. You know what I mean? Like just do the thing. Like don't scroll snap. Yeah. I also want to not show this scroll thing. Um yeah. Okay, so what if I just get rid of it, right? I think scroll snap was a good idea at the time, but it became like a bad idea now. So, yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore. If I just delete this stuff, right? If I just delete this, yeah, now I don't need height full anymore, I guess. But I still want to see one thing at a time. But I don't want it to be like snap, right? We don't want that. Okay, and then show post was I had snap start. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. And yes, I'm using Safari. Don't make fun of me. I should probably use Chrome. I do like this though. That's kind of cool. On the left, you gotta admit. I mean, you know, give me that. WASM. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's so obnoxious. I guess what I could do is like, I mean, because that was one, right? That was like one request, but I don't know like what it was sending. Like, what the heck is it sending? Right? It's like super annoying. Like it says insert text here, right? And it's mostly because I added this other event handler, which I probably shouldn't have done. Um, this is let me do this. Let me do this to actually like fix this. Oh, did I leave this? Oh, did I bring that back? I guess I did. Okay, I left that in. Okay, never mind then. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I thought maybe it was because I had two levels of inputs and I wasn't really sure like what input was doing for me. Um yeah, oh, I thought I had on change. I took that away. Interesting. But yeah, I think this like I wasn't sure if it was like the forward handler doing it, but we can see. We can see. I'm still debugging. I said I was gonna do this thing, but we're still debugging. I'm still debugging. Let me see. I mean, it's not really like bugs though. It's just like I'm debugging the user experience. All right. Let me see. So when I get down here, right? What am I actually sending? Sending. Send it. Cloned value. We're just gonna, hopefully that's a borrow, I'm assuming. Hopefully the macro does that for me. That'd be nice. Dude, nothing like an iced Americano, you know? Come on, you can do it. There we go. Man, I hope Rust 2024 edition has faster compile times. That would be sweet. Okay. So, okay, send it. um, yeah, is on input not what I want? Now that I'm looking at this, let me see. Is that not what I want? Can we see the type of the input? On input? Oh, okay. Can we do this? On change. Is there's probably something somewhere. Dang it. I don't know where it is though. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Maybe I could try on change because it's definitely not sending what I want to send. It's literally just the one character. So I thought maybe on input's not what I want. If I try on change though, like if I just change this to on change, I wonder what happens. It probably totally breaks. I wonder what the difference is though. I don't even think there's a value, right? It might actually just be a character that it sends. Yeah, it might be a character. Shoot. We're going to get there, you know? We're going to get there. Okay. Dude, these compile time guarantees don't come for free, all right? You got to wait a little bit. Yeah, that's totally broken. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so on input is what I want. But the value that I sent is not what I want, right? Let's not do clone value. Let's do, because this is eValue.clone, and then I set the state. I guess I could try to see what it's doing with the state, right? Send it again. Let's try that. Yeah. Also, I love this this like convention that I've come up with. You got to follow the conventions, you know. I love this convention. It's like I have a global state, and then I have local state, and I call this app state, and I call this state. But this should probably be called like global state or something to make it more obvious. But yeah, sorry. Okay, let's see. How much time do I have? Oh, I still have 20 minutes. Oh, perfect. I can actually probably like do something. Okay. So this sent nothing. There's okay. So this sent nothing, right? So it's weird because like I see the input event and it has data, right? Um, yeah, maybe it's worth trying to like gather it myself, I guess, like with on change. Let's look. Let's look at on change. We can probably see what it's doing. Um, yeah. Let's see. On input code. Um, user input set. Okay. So that's, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking it's doing. But yeah. Um, we'll leave some docs telling people not to do anything too arduous from on input. Uh-oh. Oh, this is my problem. We're going to forward tier priority system. Next frame, like text input and controlled elements for events that block all others, clicks, keyboards, and hovers. For UI, oh, this is what called asynchronously. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is my problem. This is my own. I've made my own problem basically. Okay, all right. So I guess like, all right, I did this to myself, right? I did this to myself. I'm in a future. The state hasn't quite caught up yet, but neither has the value, right? Yeah, this is definitely not going to work like this. This is definitely not going to work. Um, okay. So I think to just to keep it simple, I mean it's a worse like user experience, but like um I don't know if it is honestly, like cuz then you get feedback on here and on here. All right, we'll go back to what I was doing. Dang it. Dang it. I really liked this. I really liked this. All right. So we'll just switch this. We're going to get rid of typing. And we're going to start breaking stuff, you know? And then we're just not going to have to move around the code at all. We're just going to go next, next, next and see what broke. Okay, so we're going to just delete this whole thing, actually. We're going to not do this anymore. There we go. We don't need that either. What else is broken? Oh, we don't need that either. Stuff is just happening, you know? All right, what's broken? Oh, we don't need this either. We're done with that. Oh, we don't need that. What else is broken? Come on, Rust Analyzer, you could do it. You can do it on the. Look at this file is 1,500 lines long. I'll give Rust Analyzer a break, you know. Okay, what else is broken? That's it? That's all it's broken? Are you serious? There's no way. Let's go to database. I'm sure there's something unused here. Account by name, I'm sure is unused. Oh, it's not unused. Look at that. Oh, is name available is unused though. Yeah, that's not used anywhere. Okay, we're just gonna delete this. And now we've got like a cascade of unused stuff, right? Cool, that's done. What else? Oh, you know what? Maybe I should keep this. I think I need this still. Actually, you know what? We'll bring back the other thing, right? Because we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna make it red. Okay, but then we're gonna have to add a little bit of complexity, right? So we'll just keep is available here as false, right? Um, but then so we'll keep doing this, right? But what we will do is in the sign up component, we're going to do this. We're going to say I wonder if I could do this. If I make state mutable, can I do this? That would be slick. Oh, okay. Cannot assign to data in dereference of use state. Trait deref mute is required to modify through a dereference, but it is not implemented. So it is possible, right? What is deref mute? That'd be really freaking cool. Let's see, deref mute. Oh, okay. There's probably a reason they didn't do it. I probably shouldn't do this. That would be cool though. That would be really cool. Okay, let me see. So let me see. Yeah, so if there's an error, we set the sign up name state to the new sign up name state. And then we come down here and instead of is available, yeah, so now all input does is it just sets the state, right? And honestly, maybe I don't even want on input. I kind of just want to submit the form and like figure out why the default prevents wasn't working. Like, I don't know why that wasn't working. That's the only reason I'm even doing this, right? Actually, no, now I'm like setting the thing. So we'll just keep it. Okay, so now we're like valid is available, right? So we want to just basically say if it's invalid again, right? And that's gonna be an optional bool, right? So that's 3 states, right? So really, like, instead of we're not doing valid anymore, I don't think we should probably have something that's like badge state or something, um, and then we could have like valid, um, invalid, or like uh neutral or something, right? Or initial or something, right? And then we could like derive defaults and like put a default on this and like, okay, I think this is like a little better, right? Yeah, we don't need that. So I think that's probably better. So then we just do like badge state, right? And then we could do this, and then this takes a badge state, and then we could match on badge state. But of course now it's not as simple, right, as just passing these bools in. Now I need to like, I guess I can like impl, can I impl bool for impl from bool for badge state? Can I do that? Oh my gosh, I can. Okay, so then we'll just match value, and then we'll just say like valid, invalid, or we'll say initial, right? Yeah, because now like I'm starting to think I shouldn't ever even use bools. I should just take this all the way through, right? Yeah, I should just take this all the way through, right? Clone and copy. Can I do that? Can I do copy like a bool? Serialize? Cool. I wonder if I can do that. Okay, cool. So now I should just actually come at this with like, instead of, I think my complexity was like in sign up name, I'm doing bools, but I should really switch bools with badge state, right? Um, or maybe not badge state. It's probably more like sign up name state, right? Yeah, it's probably more like sign up name state. And then we'll go back down to badge state and we'll rename that sign up name state. Which is getting a little out of control because there's like a lot of sign up stuff, but you know, what are you going to do? Look, nothing's perfect, all right? Implementation of not might be missing for sign up state. Yeah. Okay, we're not going to do that. Yeah, where is that? Oh, yeah, so this is actually sign up state now. And then valid is not the thing, right? Valid's done. We're doing that. We're just doing. Yeah, we'll call it confusingly. We'll call it state, right? We'll call it state. All right. All right. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we don't do this. We instead do this, sign up name state. The thing about Helix is it's broken, right? That's the thing about Helix. That's not great. Here, we'll say sign up name state valid, right? Sign up name state invalid. Or we'll do initial, and then we'll do invalid, right? And then really the only difference between these things are the only difference is the color, which I feel like this is overkill, but you know, it's definitely gonna work. That's for sure. You definitely know it's gonna work. Green, red. Okay, so this makes way more sense, right? This makes way more sense. Is empty. Oh, right. So we have to say all of these are valid, right? Equals sign up state valid, because we're gonna. I had them as bools before, right? But I have to do this now. Yep. Oh, I don't need commas, right? We're gonna do this. We'll just do this. We'll just do this. We'll just do there. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. Okay, so we'll do that. I think I might need to implement partial equal or something. What is this? Why is this wrong? Yeah, that's what I thought. Just a quick, wait, what? Oh, am I really? Yeah, I thought it would sound better if I was like a little quiet, you know? But maybe it doesn't. Here, I'll turn it up just a little bit. Just a little bit more. Just a tad. Do you want to hear me? Okay. Let me just do, how about that? Is that better? I'm solidly in the yellow now, right? Okay. Yep. But I don't want to hit the top. I don't want to hit the top of the thing, you know? I guess I can like point this at my mouth and maybe it's better. If I point it right there, right? Maybe that's better. All right. Okay. Ooh, I am a lot louder. I can hear because I'm hearing what you're hearing, but like my headphones are really like loud. Okay. So let me see. Okay, so this doesn't implement debug, but it should for some reason. I don't know why, but sure. All right. Okay, so now what? Now what's broken? Okay, so expected bool, right? Okay, so these are all bools, but like really now I have to like, oh my gosh, I made this way more complicated. I get, maybe I should impl bool, right? Impl from bool to for sign up name state. Because I mean for sure there's a mapping, right? From bool to sign up name state. So that makes sense, right? Valid. And then this is just going to be initial. There we go. So anything changed in the dioxus ecosystem recently? Yeah. I mean, it's not out yet. I'm using the main branch, but I'm using server functions, which are like the new full stack thing. Here, I'll show you. Docs nightly. There we go. So yeah, there's like a new full stack section, but you have to go down here. And this is like, so it's like, you can, so it makes it more complicated. But I mean, they talk about live view here, which is good in the docs. But there's also SSR, right? But like, this is like the combination of all of them. And so what it is like it's not React server components, right? Thank goodness. But it is I turn it down just a little, just a hair, just like a tad. Is that a tad? Yeah, that's a tad. Um, so yeah, it's this. Here, I'll just show you. So um you've got your like client side, right? And so you can like render the app in both. You can render the app on the server, and then it hydrates, right? Which means hooking up event handlers. So you can like pass default props to from the server side rendered thing. So like, let's say you need a CSRF token or something, or like the current account. So you can show the right state here. I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like. So like, let's say I log in, right? Let's say this isn't broken actually, and I log in. Is it broken? Is it broken? Is it cake? Is it cake? All right, let me see. Okay, so I'm logged in, right? And like that was like spa stuff, right? It was like Ajax, right? It was this right here. Where's my network? It was this event here, login, right? It was this server function. You see how there's like a hash of like the server function code. And it was using application CBOR because that's the one thing. So like this code here was that, right? So if I go to login, and then here, this function was it's a proc macro, right? So it's a attribute macro. It's not a proc. I mean, it's a proc macro attribute. So you give it the name of a thing. You're just making it up, right? I usually name them the same, but like lowercase and uppercase for the struct. This server macro like turns your function into a struct, so dioxus can send a post request on your behalf. But you'll notice here, in my routes, there are no routes, right? There's only one route. I didn't have to come back here and like do a bunch of stuff. This code right here does everything, right? And realistically, you don't even need to write this. I'm only doing this because I wanted to make sure that it was application CBOR here. But realistically, you just have to call this one function from dioxus, right? And it does it for you. So like normally what you would do is you would render your thing on the client, render your app on the server, right? And you would call this register server functions. And then that gives you all that stuff. So all you have to do is do async fn, give it a context, which is optional, give it your params, and that becomes the body of like the form, right? Or of the request. And then all this code runs on the server, right? Yeah, it's similar to ASP. Yeah. Yeah, kind of. But there's no like view state though. Like there's no view state, right? It's just clean, right? It's just clean HTML. You could see it here actually. So like here's my props, but like you don't need them really. But yeah, like it's just normal HTML, right? But yeah, I guess it's like you could consider it a view state, I guess. You can consider it. But yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it is similar to ASP. But it is a lot nicer because it's not in a separate file, right? It's not in a code behind, right? It's just here inline. And then it abstracts away all the stuff just like ASP does. But you don't have to, there's no boilerplate anymore. Like you don't have to do a route and like come up with a URL. You don't have to like think about all that stuff. It's just all abstracted. I guess it's ASP done right. That's probably what it is. But honestly, like to me, this is great. But like if you were just gonna do low touch, like low interactivity, like SaaS stuff, or like low scale, like if you were doing, so there's like high scale, which is like everything's stateless, and we could like do deploys and like we don't have to kick people out, and like the next request will be buffered and like it'll come in. or there's like low scale, which to me, Dioxus Live View is like probably the best thing for that. I don't think not thinking about routes is good, but in general, this tech is really awesome. Yeah, no, it is. It is really cool. What? Not thinking about routes? Are you kidding me? I mean, okay. Let me try to convince you about not thinking about routes. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour. I'll probably stream for like 15 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Uh, okay. Routes are I I love the web too. Like I've always thought the web was the coolest thing ever. Ever since I first saw it when I was like a child. Okay, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. We can all talk to each other now. It's really cool. Of course, it kind of went sideways, but what are you gonna do? I sadly have to wait for the ecosystem is picking up with all the standard features like auth, component libs, Etsy. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Dioxys does need an ecosystem. I should probably do like a component lib, and I should at least like talk about auth more. Um, but yeah, um, look, routes are historic, right? Like it's like a like especially with PWAs in standalone mode, there are no routes, right? Like if you add to home screen on your iPhone, there is no URL bar, right? And even like Safari's default is to not show the rest of the URL, right? You only see the origin. Um, so you routing is it's in the past essentially. Like it doesn't really matter unless you're doing like e-commerce and you need a deep link, but you can still achieve that um, if that's important to you. But I think by default, if you're making an app, yeah, routes don't matter. I think state management and like like resuming state does matter, but largely I would say routes don't matter. The only yeah, e-commerce is the only thing I can think of where routes matter, right? But for any app, like any SaaS, routes don't matter. I was thinking about building something that would port React component libs to Rust. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It'd be cool to get like Shad or something in Dioxys. That'd be sweet. Um, but I don't know. I like making my own components just because I'm like an idiot and I like to take the long way around to do things. And I also like to copy and paste. I don't like to like uh, import components unless it's like icon components, which Dioxys does have that. Sure, routes don't matter, but you have the whole program logic in one spot. That is correct. That is correct. Yup. Yup. I mean, it is though. Like it's usually spread between the database, the URL and the session and possibly local storage. Right? If someone new were to look at the code base, it's very easy to just look at the routes. That is true. That is true. But like, yeah, that is true. I do miss that table of contents style thing. That is true. No, yeah, that is right. That's about right. That's pretty true. But honestly, like, I mean, you could just like make comments, right? Like, these are the server functions, right? Um, I mean, you could just get around them by documenting. But I know what you're saying. Like, routes are code that is documentation, essentially. Comments lie. That is true. That is true. I mean, I guess like in this situation, in live view, you can't do that. Like there are no routes in live view. But like I guess in this situation, you could just do this, right? Um, what are all the server functions, right? Like you could just do like a quick thing. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Like it is nice to like see them, I guess. Um, yeah, for dispatch. Yeah. Um, I guess from that standpoint, I could see that's like the one thing that routes could help with. Um, but yeah, for I mean for on the user, I'm thinking about the user side. Like, I don't know if anyone's actually ever cared about routes. Like, I don't know if any like non-technical user who does use the web cares about like deep links. I mean, honestly, I think with the way server functions work, it's okay if you can just go to definition, I guess. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So we could just like look at this and we could see where it's used, right? Like, and we could just go back, right? Yeah. Like that's the killer feature to server functions is everything's still stateless. Yes, you have to ship WASM to the browser, which is unfortunate, but um, you can like take down your server and it's fine. Live view doesn't have that like benefit. I mean, you could reconnect the WebSocket, which is what I do. But it's still, yeah. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, like stateless stuff and like SSR and a fast abstracted communication between the client and the server. That's the killer feature. Statically typed too. Like if you change the params that one of these things take, right? Um, like if I go to sign up and I change this to like this, right? This breaks, right? So if I go to where it's used, yeah, this is now broken, right? Expected a string. That's that to me is like the killer feature. It's statically typed communication between client and server. I mean, I know that TypeScript has had this with like TRPC and stuff, but like it's TypeScript. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm currently using TRPC and I'm about to lose myself. Yeah. I mean, TRPC is very, especially if you put Zod in there, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of code for what I just showed you, right? Um, yeah. Like, to me, this feels more like integrated into the language, you know? And all I had to do was this, right? And just write a function. Um, but yeah, yeah, TRPC it's the right thing, but it's TypeScript. Which I don't know why, but the TypeScript people love complexity. Like they just want to make everything the most complex it can possibly be. And I don't know why. Like there's just something about the community. They're like, yeah, this is it. I want to drink my milk, and I want to make it complex. DS people just be having a seizure. Yeah, they're having a seizure. Oh shoot, that came through my headphones. Wait, I wonder if that was on OBS. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh my gosh, there's a new CVE. Um, oh, there's two Rails releases this week. Jeez, unbelievable. Let me see. Like I'm on this tan stack query or something. I don't know how I enabled it or how I can go back, but it's there now, and now I have to learn this one as well. Yeah, I've never used like what is tan stack query? I don't think I've used that. I mean, I've seen videos, but like I don't really know like what it is, right? Oh here. Oh wow. This is a sweet website though. Where's the code? Dude, what is all this? Like you have to click this call to action to like get the code. Oh, there's like a wall of text. Oh, here's we found the code. We found it. We found it. Let's look. Query client. Oh no. Oh no. No, don't use components. Oh, dude, this is I think that everything in JSX is like such a horrible idea. It's so wrong. Like, okay. Anyway, so you've got a query client provider, right? Which is something. Um, okay. Oh, so you can use query, right? Is that what it is? Okay. All right, whatever. Let's see. Is loading error data, query key, fetch. Yeah. Yeah, this is what server functions solve, right? You don't need to do this anymore. I will say that you do still need like this bit, which I haven't like found a good way to do, but I mean, I think you could just use a custom hook in dioxus and like get this same thing. But I probably wouldn't like use the hook in the I guess I could like have a function that calls the server that like wraps the server function, which is similar to this, I guess. But like, yeah, this API endpoint had to exist at GitHub. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's like API thing use query. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really. But I mean, I think TRP. What's TanStack? What is TanStack in general for web developers? Headless, type safe, blah 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 blah. Um, what's this? Oh, alpha. This is interesting. Oh, I can't even click it. Loaders actions. Oh, this is probably. Can I look at this? Can I look at actions? Oh, I can't look at actions either. Okay. Let's see. There's probably. Oh, they have multiple repositories. Dude, not gonna make it. You know what I mean? Let me see. Where's Where's the rest of the stuff? Where's the? Oh, they don't even have it open source, right? We can look at form. Let's see. I will say that like this is better than normal TypeScript stuff, I guess. Let's look at. Can we look at TRPC? Move fast, break nothing. Yeah, like this is a lot. Query input z object. I mean, I maybe you don't have to use Zod, right? Um, yeah, maybe that's like not a thing that you have to do. Or maybe you do have to do this. I don't know. All I know is dioxus is Zod is such a cope. High quality. Oh man, we've got some TanStack haters in here. Maybe I should make some memes. But yeah, if I compare it, it amazes me how TS people think. Oh yeah, type safety. Yeah, still need to use Zod. Yeah, I mean like Rust does solve that at least, right? Yeah. Okay, so I think I actually like. Oh no, I didn't fix anything. Yeah, I mean Rust does solve that because it actually has a good type system. So there is that, I guess. Unexpected due to this type of binding. Oh, this is gonna be sign up state invalid. Oh, it's gonna be invalid. I said false, right? Whoops. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? But yeah. Oh shit, I gotta get out of here. Actually, I got like 3 minutes to have any type safety. Yeah, I mean that's TypeScript. You know, it was like built on top of JavaScript, which was written in 10 days. I mean, they all say that. Obviously, JavaScript's been worked on over the years, and it's become an okay language, but yeah, it's much better. Like I'm glad Wasm is here because like now we have dioxus, right? Now we have dioxus, and like a lot of these problems don't exist, right? You can just use the language, and yeah, it works out. Oh, don't mind this like double result though. That's like still working on that. But yeah, let's see. It is nice. Oh, I said I was gonna go. I got distracted. Um, all right. Well, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Um, maybe I should stream some TRPC stuff just to like see what it's like. Cause like I don't use that stuff like at work. I just use Rails and jQuery. So yeah, I don't have any of these problems. I just hook up event handlers manually myself. That's what I do. Um, but yeah, it was cool hanging out. Um, I will not be back until Wednesday next week. So yeah,